The lobby of First National Bank was quiet until the sound of paper tearing sliced through the air. A white manager named Ashley Sterling stood behind her glass desk, holding two halves of $500,000 check. Across from her, a trembling black elderly woman, Imani Washington, dressed in a simple blue coat, stared in disbelief. "Ma'am," Ashley sneered, "you really expect me to believe your son wrote this? A tech CEO sending $500,000 to his mother? Please." She tossed the torn pieces on the counter like trash. Customers turned, whispering. Imani's voice cracked. "That's my son's signature. He sent this to cover my hospital bills." Ashley laughed sharply. "Then maybe your son should stop pretending to be rich." "Security!" Gasps filled the lobby. Imani clutched her purse, humiliation flooding her chest. But behind her fear burned quiet strength, the kind only born from decades of surviving racism with dignity. She whispered, "You've made a terrible mistake. If this already made your blood boil, hit like and subscribe right now, because stories like this are still happening, and the world needs to hear them." Imani's eyes glistened, but her voice stayed steady. "Please, just call my son. His name is Malik Washington. He's the CEO of Next Tech Solutions." Ashley folded her arms, scoffing. "Next Tech? Oh, sure. And I'm the Queen of England. I've seen this scam 1,000 times. You people will say anything for a payout." Her words cut sharper than the torn check. The room went silent. Only the hum of air conditioning filled the space. A young black teller near the counter froze, shame flashing her eyes, but fear keeping her silent. Imani held out her trembling phone. "His number's right here. Just call him, please." Ashley turned away. "Security!" she barked again. "Escort this woman out before I have to call the police." The uniformed guard hesitated. "Ma'am, she's elderly." Ashley snapped, "Do your job." The guard sighed and stepped toward Imani. Customers watched, some whispering, some filming. Imani's hands tightened around her purse strap, her dignity her only shield. Her heart pounded, but her spirit refused to break. As the guard gently guided her toward the exit, she whispered a prayer under her breath. "Lord, let the truth walk in before I walk out." Her voice was calm, but her eyes carried the pain of generations. And in that moment, everyone in the lobby felt it. The security guard hand hovered near Imani's arm, unsure whether to follow orders or follow conscience. Whispers rippled across the marble floor. Some customers lifted their phones, recording what they knew was wrong. Ashley's voice echoed, "You people always try these stunts." "I set out." Imani didn't move. Her voice, calm but firm, filled the lobby. "I have lived through worse than your insults. But the truth," she looked straight into Ashley's eyes, "always walks in sooner or later." At that exact second, the glass door slid open. A tall black man in a charcoal suit strode inside, commanding presence, confidence in every step. It was Malik Washington, her son, the same name printed on the torn check. He paused, scanning the room until his eyes locked on his mother's tear-streaked face. "Mom!" His deep voice cut through the silence like thunder. The guard stepped back instinctively. Every customer froze. Ashley blinked, still clueless about who stood before her. Malik's expression hardened. "Who did this?" he asked quietly, but the weight in his tone made everyone's chest tighten. He glanced down, spotting the shredded check on the counter. Then his gaze lifted to Ashley. "You tore that." Ashley swallowed, suddenly pale. "Sir, this woman was attempting to deposit a fraudulent. This woman," Malik interrupted, "is my mother." Malik's voice dropped, low and dangerous. "Take your hand off my mother now." The guard instantly stepped back. The entire lobby had gone still, the air thick with tension and guilt. Ashley tried to recover her authority. "Sir, please." This woman presented a suspicious check, and I was simply... Malik cut her off. "Did you verify the check before tearing it apart?" Well, of course not, but you had no problem humiliating a 70-year-old woman in front of strangers?" He pulled out his phone, opened a web page, and turned the screen toward her. On it glowed the company banner, Next Tech Solutions, CEO Malik Washington. The same signature printed on that check. Color drained from Ashley's face. Every customer stared. Even the young teller looked ready to cry. Malik leaned forward. You destroyed a legal document. You insulted my mother. You called security on her because she didn't look rich enough for you. His words landed like hammer blows. I'm calling your regional director right now. Let's see how he feels about losing a client worth $300 million. Ashley's mouth opened, but no words came out. If this happened right in front of you, what would you do? Tell me in the comments. I read every one. And if you want justice as much as I do, hit subscribe. Minutes later, the regional director, Richard Chun, arrived, breathless and pale after hearing the name Malik Washington. He extended a hand immediately. Mr. Washington, Mrs. Washington, I am deeply sorry for this entire situation. Malik didn't shake it. He pointed at the torn pieces on the counter. That's what respect looks like in your branch. My mother's check. Torn because she's black. Richard's face flushed with shame. He turned toward Ashley, his tone sharp as steel. MS. Sterling, did you follow any verification procedure? Ashley's voice cracked. I thought it was fake. That's not your call to make, Richard snapped. You are suspended effective immediately. He faced Imani. Mrs. Washington, we will replace that check today, drawn directly from the bank's account, and we'll add $50,000 compensation for what you endured. Imani's voice trembled but stayed kind. I don't need your money. I need you to change how you treat people who look like me. Richard nodded slowly. You have my word, ma'am. Mandatory bias training will begin this week. Every branch, every employee. Malik looked at his mother and finally exhaled. Justice, even partial, had arrived. Later that evening, Malik took his mother to dinner at a quiet restaurant overlooking the city lights. For the first time all day, she smiled. You didn't have to make such a scene, baby, she said softly. Malik set down his glass. Mom, she tore up your dignity in front of strangers. I wasn't going to let that slide. Imani reached across the table and touched his hand. Dignity isn't what someone gives you. It's what you refuse to let them take. I didn't need her apology. I just needed her to see me. Malik sighed. Sometimes I wonder if anything ever changes. I'd built a company, made the headlines, but one look at my skin and they still treat me like I don't belong. She smiled gently. Change doesn't happen all at once, son. It happens every time someone like you refuses to stay silent. He looked into her eyes, seeing the same quiet strength that had carried their family through decades of struggle. Then maybe that's what real success is, Malik said. Not money, not power, but using what we have to make sure others don't live what you live today. 3 months later, sunlight poured into Imani's freshly painted living room. The same bank manager, Ashley Sterling, stood nervously at her door holding a small bouquet. Her voice shook. Mrs. Washington, I came to say thank you. I lost my job, but I also found my conscience. I've been volunteering at community programs, learning what I never understood. Imani smiled warmly. Growth is hard, child, but I'm proud you didn't run from it. A moment later, Malik entered, placing his hand on his mother's shoulder. We've partnered with her training group, he said. Real change starts when people own their mistakes. Ashley's eyes filled with tears. Thank you for letting me try to be better. Imani nodded. We all rise when we choose to understand instead of hate. If you believe this should never happen again, share this now. And to my USA, UK, and Canadian viewers, your voice is power. Use it.